All right, welcome back to the Dad Experience, and today we are going to blow stuff up. This is a wizard build, pretty standard style of playing the wizard as an evocator, the evocation wizard. So we are going to not care about fireballs, and we're not going to care about barrier. We are going to play very unsafe and see how this. Well, no, we're going to play safe. Because we have to, because we don't have any defense mechanism for the barrier. We're not going to worry about AoE from Fireball. We are going to crank out lots of missiles and shoot them all the time so that we can keep up the Incanter's cadence, which is going to give us more. It's going to reduce our mana cost per stack and increase our cast speed per stack. So should be kind of machine gunning through stuff. And then on big crowds, we're going to pop this meteor shower and have a blast with that. Pretty standard stat build here, mostly intellect, a bit of mana, a little bit of health. My gear, I'm not really high enough to be able to be picky and choosy about stuff, so I'm trying to get int and spell power when I can. Otherwise, I want stuff that's going to help me reduce my cost, spell casting. I got a couple of other things down here that are auxiliary items in case I'm burning through my mana too fast. These will help me a little bit. One gives me 95 more mana. The other one's going to reduce my mana spell cost by 15%. The ones I have on right now should do more damage, but if I'm blasting through, I'll switch over to these to be more efficient. Everything else should be pretty straightforward. Let me show you what I've got for my drinks. So I'm taking the Blessing of Prowess. We are going to do this on New Game 1. I'm taking the Missile Barrage bonus projectile. It's tough to choose between reducing my cooldown and this, but I'm definitely going to get this in the middle of the run. I turned off my combo, so we're not going to be getting any sort of combo. That's because I don't want it messing up my potential upgrades. If we take it out of the upgrade pool, then that's more chances to get the stuff that we want. As far as food, I'm taking the Blessed Bread because we're going to be dealing with a lot of undead towards the end there in the harder parts. And most of the stuff that affects my mana regen and spellcast cooldown. So Impetuous Apprentice, the Ambitious Adept, that's going to make stuff expensive, but more crit chance. And then the Happy Hydra. This is all part of the, we're going to play super safe and we're going to hit really, really hard and hit really, really often. So we're going to try and stay at full health as much as we can, even if that means we kind of got to play sissy and stay back. To that end, some of our greatest threats are going to come from traps. So I'm taking Farsight, as I always do. I really like taking treasure hunting if we're going, to try and beat a new game plus that we haven't before. But in this case, I'm going to go ahead and take safe corridors and gentle traps as well, because I get hit by traps. I suck. So this should mitigate the parts of damage that I can't really help too much. Yeah, let's give it a shot. So while we are going, I'm not going to edit and cut this video too much like I have with some of the other videos. So let's just have a conversation about some of the stuff that's going on. They just released another patch, and in that patch they discussed one of the things that they intend or are working on dealing with. So right now it is commonly known that weapon damage builds and strength builds suck. Spell power is so much more effective in every way that they're basically completely left behind. So they say that they are intending to do the next patch, which they're being pretty quick about how they put these things out. I mean, they're not taking forever. I'm pretty happy to see that. About 5 to 7 days in between each of the patches that I've noticed. So they said that they intend to correct the imbalance between weapon damage and strength builds and spell power spell damage builds. And I'm being a little bit of an idiot here just because I'm kind of wanting to test the... I'm just trying to test the limits of this arcane missile spam. I will stop grabbing everything now that I feel like I've got a pretty good idea on how much I can do. So that's going to be a really good thing, because the most recent patch just before this one, let's go ahead and take... yeah, let's take the spell cooldown, because we're basically always spamming spells. I'm not really caring about weapon damage. And we are going to take regeneration for sure. I'm not caring about weapon damage because I'm using my dagger as basically a stat stick. So the most recent patch really hit a lot of builds. And that was the Whirlwind nerf. If you don't know, apparently Whirlwind was not operating correctly on a couple of levels. They fixed one of those, but the other one still remains. So area number one that it was not operating on correctly is how often was the Whirlwind striking as you were channeling the ability. How often did it strike? Well, apparently it was striking twice as often as it should. And so over the course of the spell, we used to get 24 hits. Now they have fixed that so that it's working as they claim is intended. And that has reduced the amount to 12 hits. The remaining bug that, if they fix, is going to put Whirlwind even farther into the dirt is the amount of damage it's doing. So currently, the tooltip says that each hit should do 75% of weapon damage. And that's actually not correct as far as what's happening. What's happening is every single hit is doing 100% weapon damage, which is pretty easy to test. You can just, go throw some auto attacks out and do the math there, and they line up to be the same. So Whirlwind just took an absolute beat down. And because of that, I'll be putting out the new best warrior build, at least for now, until they change a couple things, which I wholeheartedly believe is the Primalist warrior, which I'm referring to as basically like the shaman. Plays very much like a World of Warcraft style totem dropping shaman tank sort of thing. I've had a lot of success playing with them so far. Haven't really been shut down yet, so I will be doing a video on that after this one. I took a little bit of a break on recording some of these videos over the last few days because I'm working on some other social media stuff, and life's been pretty hectic. I went and had my anniversary date with my lovely wife last night, and so yeah, kind of enjoying getting back into things and seeing the news of the new patch that was dropped yesterday is exciting, because I've been saying they really need, there's a few areas they need to work on, but they really need to make weapon damage builds attractive. The Blades Rogue build that I put out it's the most popular of all of my videos by a long shot. Way more views on those. So there's definitely people that want to figure out how to make it work. The problem is the subtext that you don't really hear when you're watching the video is that I made this Blades Rogue build which absolutely shreds face on the regular game mode. But if you go and take that onto like New Game Plus 5 or 6, you get some work put on you. It's not nearly as viable as some of the other spell power options, because it's an auto attack build. Primarily, you're running around and holding down on your attack and just buzzing through stuff. one of the other things that they need to fix is combo. You know you've got a problem when all of the best builds right now are basically saying turn your combo off, because in high New Game Plus runs, it's effectively a nerf to have combo on, because it's not scaling in any meaningful way. I don't know if it scales at all. I don't know what is the scaling mechanic on it, but it's either negligent or non-existent, because combo does really good until you get into, you even start to feel it drop off in New Game Plus 1. Just the first time you get through there, you start realizing, okay, my combo is not hitting people like an extra auto attack. You know, let's see what we want here. More cooldowns. Yes, we love that. We love that. So we are able to pretty well just kind of fling stuff out there. And we don't really have any issues with mana at the moment. And I can just hold down on the missile mechanic here. Makes our spells really, really cheap. Let's go ahead and drop some fire. Yeah, okay, all right. So that's what that's going to be like when we really want to get into a situation where we got a lot of people. We're going to drop those meteors and watch it rain, baby. Is it, something that is going to be our primary? Nah, I mean, especially once we get some bouncing arcane missiles here, these missiles are going to do most of what we need. But it's wild that basically like auto attack builds, even for mages, your primary weapon attack is so useless, and spells are so powerful that basically you work to get yourself a build where you replace your weapon attacks with your spell. I mean, at this point, I'm able to fire this out as if it were my primary weapon attack, and I don't have any problem with the mana cost or anything like that. It'd be nice to see that there were some builds for casters where, you could spec into having a cool staff and really, smash with that. You're just hitting people really hard with staves. That's the other thing, is I don't see any valid reason yet for any of these builds to take a two-handed caster item. I mean, shields and tomes are so much better. The stats that you get from deciding to take the two items as opposed to one is just, it's far too much by comparison, and you only care at this point about the stats. I mean, you don't care about the amount of damage you're going to do with your auto attacks, with your weapon attacks. They don't matter. So do they need to make staves scale with spell power or something like that, or do they need to make some of these passive abilities that you can get cause your staff, maybe like a staff mastery ability, which says your staff auto attacks are enhanced by a certain amount of your spell power. See right here, weapon speed per stack. I mean, essentially this character, this Evocator character, could have a staff build or wand build if they made them worth firing, but currently they're not. Let's go ahead and take the rebounding missiles, but essentially they're really close to making a bunch of things work. Also, I've been doing nothing but solo play, and I have heard that partnering up and playing multiplayer is actually really painful because of the way that the game scales enemies when you start adding extra players into the game. It is apparently so punishing that the best way to win is to go solo. That doesn't seem like a good balancing choice. I believe that the best way to be able to push into the hardest parts of any game like this should always be the multiplayer mechanics. If you're trying to encourage people to play multiplayer, then make it the preferred way to progress, so that people have to, be social, get friends, go and take a chance on learning and knowing some other people so that they can get to this high level stuff. And for those that want to play by themselves, don't make it impossible, but maybe they got to put in some extra work. Maybe it's harder to go it alone. I think that's a good idea, especially considering how much let's see here. I'm going to pause for just a second. Go to my map here. Now I'm going to take a look. See? Right here. Look at those health items. Look just to the south of that. I've started doing this recently. See the crack there? We're going to go do it. If you open up your map, your actual map. So this one right here, I'm not seeing this. Right down here. Look at oh, when I came up on it I did. But look, right here. You don't see it. You don't see that crack just south of the health pickup. You don't see anything, right? Now watch as I get closer. Ooh, there's the crack. It just popped up. Now it's gone. Popped up. Now it's gone. But check this out. We come over here. If we look at our actual map in when you open up your inventory, okay, you can search around. All I have to do, if I come over the top of it, it's acting like my character is standing there. And because of that, I can see the crack. So you can take this and go along all the walls through here. Right as you come into a room. Ooh, there's another crack over there. Look at that. That is how we are going to do it. And you can even see where the enemies are when they're still shadowed. I feel like they're going to fix this. I feel like that's not intentional. And they're going to do something to fix that. But for now, we're going to benefit by 40 spell power because of that. And this other one is up here. I don't know if it's an item or not, but let's just go take a look. Okay, I have been notoriously bad at missing all of the secret rooms, and now that I know the trick, I'm not going to miss those anymore. So you forgive me when I take a little bit of time at the beginning of a new floor to scan the room, because when we are pushing New Game Plus, you do not want to leave any items behind. Greater Ring of Resistance, that's really nice. I really like that armor too. Health and physical. Oh, that's tough. That's tough. That's tough. Let's go with the Ring of Resistance for now. Just because mostly, things hitting us, we can get away from them, we can run away, but the traps and stuff, that's going to hurt, and spell damage and stuff, that's going to hit us, and it's going to be hard to get away from. Alright, let's move on. Don't think I've missed... I don't think you can have any more than 2 secret rooms on this floor. There's a number that each room is allowed to have. So now we're gonna take a second here. Pop open our map, right? And let's go ahead and just zoom around. Zoom, zoom, zoom. There's a crack. Look at that, boys. Look at that. Okay. So there's probably no more over there. Let's take a look over here. See? No. No. Don't see any. You guys see any? No. No. No, I don't see any. I might be blind. I am an old man. No. How about in these middle islands? No? Okay. Well, like there's only one crack in here. You guys, do me a favor. If you saw a crack that I missed, light me up in the comments, okay? Timestamp it and light me up. Help me out. I gotta know if I'm getting this wrong. So I'm looking forward to the future of Heroes of Hammerwatch 2 because they took a big leap forward. You know, some people are referring to this game as 2D PoE. Look at that. Oh, I don't really care about gear as much. Okay. But there's a lot of potential here. Greater ring of speed. That is movement speed. Like that potion charge. Heck yes. Let's do that. There's a lot of potential here. And we want to see Crack Shell. We want to see them succeed. This genre is not done filling itself out. I mean, imagine, you know, if they really pushed into the multiplayer aspects of the game. What if they put in shared spaces? You know, like cities, like towns that you can actually walk into, and you know they have instanced servers where up to 50 to 100 people on each server are able to walk around and communicate with each other. I mean, now you've got an MMO with a little bit of extra work here. Imagine if they start making fights that are different if you have a team. Like the bosses would maybe have a different mechanic if you've got 3 and 4 players, and those other mechanics require teamwork to make happen. Well, you know, how incredible would it be all of a sudden if you could have a tank in a situation, somebody that's designed to kind of hold the threat of the boss. More meteors, more. You deal damage with the arcane weapons. I believe that when it says weapons is weapon damage, right? I don't know that that's going to make our spells cooler, but that's another thing right there that seems to lend itself towards like a staff-based build, right? Meteors create. Okay, that's burning the ground. We want more magic missiles. Magic missile. Magic missile. But yeah, you know, so let's say they start improving the multiplayer mechanics of the game. You now have a reason to have a tank. Yeah, paladins right now they're so bad at pushing high new game plus because they don't do any damage, and well, they do damage, but it's really slow. You need to have somebody. It's preferred when you're solo to have classes that can do a lot of damage as opposed to classes that can take a lot of punishment, and that's a problem. But if you really push the multiplayer aspects of the game and made tanking a super viable thing, well, now that paladin, he's got a reason to build himself up and be a tank. I mean, first you have to fix the problems with strength builds and how New Game Plus scales. It outscales armor to an impossible degree. So at the moment, I don't know how high you guys are on New Game Plus, but eventually there's no way to keep up with the penalty and like out tank it, so that, you know, at New Game 20 you're still able to stand and tank stuff. It doesn't happen. After a while you get overcome by the penalties that jack your armor, and you're forced to have to play in a completely different way, which is high damage, high mobility, you know, dodge, don't get hit, and that's the only way to really survive. You have to do quite a lot of damage. So paladins are having a hard time pushing high New Game Plus, when in the old Heroes of Hammerwatch, paladins were they were amazing at doing that. You know, some of the highest New Game Plus records that I used to look at were from Paladins. So they need to fix strength builds. I would say they need to, obviously they say they want to fix the weapon damage builds. That makes perfect sense to me. They need to make, you know, staff builds viable. And the game's meta progression is, let's see. The game's meta progression currently is designed to kind of cap out by the time you get into like New Game Plus 1. I mean, for the most part, you finish up your town and then you can continue to level, and there are a few achievements that you can continue to get. You can obviously get more stars and attuned to more items and things like that. But let's see, what do we got here? These are important for me. Icy Robe of Ascendancy. Static Cloak. I'll take the Icy Robe of Ascendancy, sure. It's not too bad. So there are elements of meta progression that exist. But I really feel like if they were to add another tier of item, epic items, purple. You know, they've got purple trinkets. I think they should add epic gear. Make it drop only off of the bosses, and get more experimental with some unique effects. And yeah, I think that if they really wanted to push the multiplayer mechanics, make it so that the only time you can get those is if you fight the bosses in their quote-unquote like raid version, where when you have 3 or 4 players together, the boss gets a new ability, a new mechanic that makes it really team-friendly, only able to be handled by a team. And then as a reward for teaming up and handling those bigger, harder bosses, you can get epic gear when there's no other way in the game to get them. I think that would be pretty cool. And if they, you know, got a little bit more creative with what they're willing to let gear be. I mean, at the moment, the bonuses like Ascendancy and stuff like that. Let's see, XP game. We'll go ahead and take the Meteor Shower, buffing up. We don't care so much about experience points bonus on this guy, which I'm not really a big fan of that. For as an item, as an ability upgrade, you know, XP bonus. It doesn't, kind of a waste when you get past a certain point in the game. But if they were to make the reasons for you to team up, and they were to make gear that was more creative with the upgrades on it, within, you know, epic upgrades, I think I would bring alive this game with, you know, build options that would be incredible. Obviously, as soon as you open that up, you know, you are talking about a massive rebalance. And so that would be something that you could really only accomplish on a DLC. Because, I mean, what you try to bring out, even if you're just bringing out 3 or 4 unique items for every type, you know, dexterity boots, strength boots, intelligence boots. Let's just say you're doing that. So there's like 3 different types of dexterity boots, 3 different types of strength boots, and 3 different types of intelligence boots. Well, now you're looking at like 8 times 3, you know, pushing 30 different items that you need to have potentially like unique effects for, and each of these effects has to be balanced with each other, to the point that, you know, now you start getting into hardcore stuff, build stuff, and that I mean, there's not really an easy way to do that when you have a really small team like Crack Shell. So I understand if we don't ever see stuff like that. But I want to see them succeed. And I'm going to take a second here to listen to my own advice. Let's pop open the map and let's look for cracks. Boys, check it out. Let's just search. There's a crack right there. I would have missed it. Would have missed it. Let's see. Any more? Any more? Oh, I got a mosquito bite on my hand. It's killing me. Nope, that's the crack. Cool. Where was it? Right here? What do we get? What do we get? What do we get? Gear. I mean, okay. Could be better. I'm not really like on the hunt for gear right now. Trying to push into higher New Game Plus and try these builds out. Okay. I hear that transmutation wizards have merit. They're pretty interesting. You can stack yourself up some like plate gear and stuff like that, and they build a little bit differently. If they fixed strength, you know, made strength builds viable, transmutation would be awesome to literally like build yourself a battle mage. I mean, right now the only way to really build yourself a battle mage is with a warlock, right? You either take the caster style of the chaos warlock and you're blasting out spell like attacks that look like blades. Excuse me. Or you take the souls build, pop on your vortex, and go auto attack happy, right? But for your sorcerer and your wizard, you still, no matter what you do, you're going to be a caster. Even on the transmutation. Look at this, make sure we get it. Yeah, let's burn the ground more. Even on the transmutation build, you're not somehow going, okay, now I've taken this, I've got all this extra strength and stats from the transmutation build, so I can actually wade into the middle of things and fight. Yes, we like that chain shirt. We sure do. You still essentially are taking, you know, you're getting to utilize more stats and have some more armor and be a little bit more tanky, and you have the option of now equipping plate and stuff, but you still play like a caster. Maybe you take a one-handed weapon, a sword or an axe or whatever, because it's got cool stats on it. It's powerful, but you don't end up converting yourself into a battle caster. If they fixed strength, if they made strength viable, which the only way they're going to do that is make it give you either more substantial armor or make the armor that you get from strength somehow resistant or not able to be dropped off by New Game Plus, so that no matter what you do, some amount of armor you always keep. I don't know. I don't know enough about the internal balancing mechanics of the game to be able to make suggestions on that. All right, we're going to check our map. We're going to go crack hunting. Yeah. Yeah. We are for the streets. We got to hunt for that crack. Where is it? Give me that crack. Give it to me. I need it. Give it. I ain't seeing it. I'm blind. I'm blind. I don't see none up there either. None up there. Come on. Alright, well. Maybe they ain't got no crack on this level. Oh, there it is. There it is, right there, boys. Okay. So, yep, that's the only one I see. Alright, we gotta remember it right up there. Okay, cool. What do we get here? We don't care about that. Spell crit chance per stack. Yeah, we like that. Let's go ahead and take that. I'm not really going to muck around with traps that I don't have to. Let's go in here and drop fire. See how that does. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so we can cook people. We can cook them. Blessing of light. Let's make sure we don't forget our crack. Chop, chop, chop. Drums of battle. Yes, boys, you know we like that. You know we like that. I still have not had someone give me a super definitive, easily understandable explanation of the difference between casting speed and spell cooldown. I would like that. Oh, I'm not trading my drums of battle. No. And you know what? I'm going to take this right here because I don't really need the stone, and getting another thing out of my upgrade queue is good. Worth losing a couple stone over that I don't really need. Yeah, so if any of you guys can give me a clear explanation of the difference, so far as I know right now, based on what I've gathered and what I can imagine, casting speed reduces the animation cast time, and therefore makes it so that you don't get clipped by these little internal cast time cooldowns or something, whereas cooldown actually functions like cooldown. But I keep seeing people say, casting speed is great on a daggers rogue, a poison rogue. And I just can't understand why, because the daggers, when you do the fan of knives, they come out instantaneously, right? And there's almost no... I can't tell of a graphical lockout, an animation lockout. I don't know that they throw any faster, or if the projectile speed itself gets increased. I don't know. But yeah, I want to know that, because they can't be the same thing. Because if you look at Drums of Battle here, the buff on Minstrel's Encore says 25% cast speed and minus 25% spell cooldowns. They're two separate things. Now, I thought in the beginning of this that maybe, because Crackshell is a smaller studio, maybe they were interchanging the concept of cast speed and spell cooldown, but they meant the same thing. But if that's true, they would not have a single item or a set piece bonus that has both on them. Ooh, Mana Crystallizer is so good, but so is... we take those. We take those. Let's look at our map and... I'm for that crack. We gotta get that crack. Where is it? Give it. Give it. I need it. Need it. Oh, I gotta need that. It to me. No. They're really not a single crack in this whole level. I don't see one. All right. If I missed it, light me up. Tell me where I missed it. Alright, we are going to proceed as if it does not exist. Okay. It's quite a bit more expensive on this build to cast the fire nuke without any stacks of the cadence, spellcaster's cadence. Don't really want to do that if you can manage it. Much better to stack a few up, then hit them, knock them down. Yeah, see that mana crystallizer? Yes. Yes, let it do work. Mm-hmm. Yeah, boy. Slam, here we go. Have it. Judgment. Fire. Desolation. What do we got? What do we got? We got kind of want to save the brazier for dropping off my shadow curse after I've gotten to the end of this level, because I'm sure I'm going to get some more shadow curse over the course of this stage. I'll hold off on that for now. Fire. Fireball. Except not really doing a fireball build. Fire from heaven. Fire from heaven. Yeah, I don't think y'all heard that Eric Clapton song before. Okay, here we go. Yeah, let's get our magic missiles cooking some more. Yes, burn all ye people. Yeah, man, look at the crit damage too on the missiles. I mean, yes, 1,200, 1,700 for all those little missiles. That's a lot of damage, man. It's pretty nice. And think about the lightning sorcerer, you know, having the holy Hadoukens that were hitting people for like 12 to 17k. But you know, you got to charge up on those. They don't heat seek. There's only one of them. By the time you get these things firing out like 7 of these heat seekers, that's pretty good. Now I'm gonna waste time here. I should have just not mucked around. I should have got the shadow brazier while I could, because I didn't get any more stacks. Alright. My eye out for any cracks that I might have missed, but I really don't think I did. Firing a magic missile every now and then just to keep my encanters stacks up. Getting all that extra mana regen when at full health. I didn't do anything there. Bit of, no, I don't want to lose it. I don't want to lose it. Let me. There we go. Watch this. Now, gonna definitely take damage on this, so I will lose my super mana regen, but that's okay. We've got that mana crystallizer. That was one of the biggest reasons why I wanted to take that, so that even if we are not at full health, we can still benefit from that as our way of getting our mana back. I really don't know how to consistently dodge those lasers that he shoots out of his eyes unless I'm supposed to dash. Guessing I just have to watch it and dash. Let's see. Watch him, dash. Yeah, okay, so he flashes a little bit. So I guess the answer is get good. Have to be good. Alright, not good. 1,500. Look at those. They're critting all the time. I like all these drinks. Be better. Alright, watch this. Here we go. Armageddon. Yeah. I like this. This build's coming online. It's simple. It's effective. Look at that. All the mana that we need. Gonna make us use a potion. Okay. Okay. Whatever. Done. Don't know what I'm gonna do without one of my 5 potions. Oh sweet, more spell crit damage. That's awesome. Alright, let's go, let's go. Feeling good. Alright, let's stop. Go on the hunt for those cracks. What do we got? What do we got? Nothing over there. No. There's one right over here. Go up and to the right. Sweet. And it really benefits us to do this on these runs with this build. Ooh, nice. Because because I'm not running combo, first of all. And so I'm not going to be like spraying out little combo bullets to open up cracks. That's kind of the way that I was finding them before. The hail enchant, that's cool. And I don't have a build like, for instance, the Warlock Soul build, where I'm just going to walk around always having the chance to stun. We take those. The Warlock always having the Vortex on means that he walks past a crack and it gets undone. So, particularly using that trick on a build like this is really profitable. Don't forget it. Crack was around here, wasn't it? Where is it? That's up there, okay. What do we got? Markhams. We like Markhams. I mean, it's a promise of power down the road. We'll take that. Gonna give me spell power? No. Markham's Amulet. I like it. There's that promise down the road. Paying off right now. 11 Shadow Curse? I'll take it. Yeah. We've got some braziers that we can use. There's 5 of it down right now. I'm already kind of playing a super squishy glass cannon build, so it is possible that, you know, if we find the Shadow Curse buff, which says the more Shadow Curse you have, the more... ignore that, guys. I didn't just do that. Right. If we find that the thing that says the more Shadow Curse that you have, the more spell power that you get, or spell crit that you get, we're going to take that. Oh, chose wrong. Don't worry, guys. We're fine. We got this gentle traps. Yes. Idiot-proof the game for ourselves. Okay. Guess we don't really care about any of that over here. I think we've got all of the things that we really care about. Look at that. That's just magic missile spam. That is pretty good. Pretty good. I don't even know if we have the final rank of spell cooldown yet that we get from one of our purple thingies. Oh, let's find them cracks. See here. Big floor. I don't want to spend too much time doing this. It's going to lengthen the time of the videos. They're already pretty long, but I guess if you're watching me search for cracks, you can skip ahead 15-20 seconds if you don't want to bear with me through it. I'm finding no cracks. I see nothing. I see something. There it is. You guys were about to roast me. Okay. Just before before the boss. Can't really miss that. Which way are we going? Let's go down. I want to see. All right. Just before the boss. There's a crack. Fire. Oh. Curious to see how the meteor works on bosses, how well that does. Spell crit chance per stack. Yeah, man. I mean, 3% at 8 stacks. I hadn't really considered how much that is. That's 24%. We're getting, I believe, 25% from the drink that we took. So, wow. Remarkable. Are we able to see how much spell crit we have in total? Spell power, okay. Spell crit chance, 54%. Nice. More than half of the stuff that we are doing is critting. Oh, jerk. Right in the face. Okay. Everyone here needs to burn and die. Yeah, what do we got? Sanctified water, that's cool. Yeah. I keep chasing after the Holy Relic set because I really want to get the 4-piece. I've never gotten the 4-piece yet. If I get that freaking 4-piece on a Evocation wizard, it's so over. I'm gonna melt the last boss before he even has a chance to disappear. Awesome. Let's see what we got here. Anything? Ooh, spell power per shadow curse. That's it. That's it. And we'll... Should I do it? It's pretty stupid, right? This is a stupid build. Let's play stupid. Let's do it. I'm not gonna... I'm not gonna care as much, I guess. He said as he dies to a trap instantly. Really hope that doesn't happen. Look at that damage, though. Yes. Alright, what do we got here? Let's respect the trap, huh? Respecting. Dumb. I wanted to. My heart was in the right place. But my brain wasn't. It's taking forever. I don't want to respect it anymore. Here we go. Okay. This orange and pretend that didn't happen. A lot of oranges down there. I really want to get a the apothecary's sickle. I love that thing. So it lets me kind of idiot proof this build because I can use those potions pretty much whenever I want and make sure that I'm staying topped off on health so that the mana regen components of the Hydra flask. Yes, Codex of Power. Yeah, we like that. This boss. Oh yeah, what was it? It was right before the boss, right? That there's a crack. Yes, that we didn't forget. See, I want those staff. I want the staff to be cool. I want to be able to do something with that. I want that. Why can't I like build and make an entire build around that staff and have it just wreck stuff? That they need to fix that, man. That would be. It would make those exciting to find. All right, let's see. Stack up our incanters. Do, and then fire. Oh my gosh. Oh man. That was nasty. I don't know if I've ever beaten the boss that fast on new games. Over. It was over, man. I mean, I was getting hit like a jump. Those shadow curse stacks are... I don't think I'm going to be able to play around with that mechanic, you know, at New Game 2 or 3. sweet, we get some parry. And alright. Moving along here. What do we got? Alright, let's take a look for the cracks. This is where the cracks can hold like epic items. So you really don't want to miss them on this floor. Okay. There's one right up there. Top right hand corner. And there's one right there. I love it. I love it. I hope you guys are paying attention, man. This is going to make your run a lot better. Okay. More missiles. That's what we want. We lost that earlier to get the mana thingy. Ooh. All right. That hurt. We're alive. What matters? Yeah, the only thing that is a little bit tough about this build is the strongest ability that you have, raining down fire on everything, requires that you get in the middle of the everything. And so on a character where you're, like I am, playing dumb and squishy and very scary, yeah, you're really risking the biscuit if you want to make the most out of that ability. But what is? Let's do it, man. What do we got here? Yeah, blue dragon scale. We like those. We like those. That mana crystallizer just paying off in massive dividends. So here. Ow. Ow. What do we got here? Scroll of Earthquake. Yes. You see how good that trick is, though? Like, do I even take these? I don't know if I do that. Alright. This might be the trap that ends my life. It is. Loved you all. It's not so bad. We like that gentle trap. We are definitely benefiting from that on this build. Okay. Let's just play crazy. Yeah, look at those earthquake procs. Now, because of the way that this character is built, we really like stuff that is going to proc based on a certain amount of mana used. So the magic missile. What was the other one? There's another one. Not the chaos orb. That's per mana or per hit, spell hit. Anyway, there's another one. Any of the things that are going to blast off based on the amount of mana that we spend. That's great. Yeah, like the heat seeking. Okay. What's this guy got for us? Scroll of Magic Missile. I like. More spell crit chance. I'm really regretting right now not having attuned to that so that I could have another bit of spell crit. Just didn't quite have the stars for it, I guess. Now, please don't be too tempting. Please. Power. Okay, it's not. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. Going up to 29 stacks. Not a good idea. There is a certain point that I'll splat. I mean, I could, though, do that and go ahead and light the 2 braziers. Yeah, let's do that. I'll take the burning ground. Yep, I'm at 29. And then if I go I wasn't wanting to hit these braziers before because I kind of like the amount of Shadow Curse that I'm at. Now if I go and use these, I'm going to get 5 per. That's going to bring me back down to 19. So basically I got that ability upgrade, which is a pretty good one. It's one of the ones that we care about. For 1 Shadow Curse. I can deal with that. Alright, let's get to this next level here. Alright, what do we got here? Give us crack. Where is it? Where is it? Give it to us. There's one right there. Just near the boss's room. Okay. Where is it? Any more? Any more? I don't see any. I think that might have been it. Just the one. Oh, there it is. No. that was one we saw before. Okay. Got really excited for a second there. Okay. Well, we will get that one. Experience gain. There we go. Look at that. That max cooldown. Yes. Everybody get hit. Storm. Wow. Okay. That's how you can run. I mean, I had taken damage, so my Hydra Flask was not working in favor. It's awesome. And the reason that I decided to go back and do the wizard, I wanted to do a build for the Primalist Shaman, and I still plan to do that, but now that I know that Crackshell has an intention of rebalancing some things so that weapon builds are cooler and spell power is not as cool, I basically see it as an amount of time that I have to take advantage of an unbalanced aspect of the game they're going to fix. And that is that spell power does too much, and it's too useful on every single class. So, the higher you get your wizard, spell power everybody gets. More so, the patch they did a couple patches ago, which gave 3 spell power per level instead of 2. So, yeah, let's just take advantage of it and abuse it while we can. And the Primalist build, Shaman build for the warrior. We got weapon speed, we don't care so much about that. Weapon crits, we don't care about that. Sure, we'll just take the maggot gland. Blech. I wanted to lower my... I'm going to go ahead and lower my Shadow Curse a little. I feel like I'm going to take more shots at that later on. So anyway, I'm going to try and take advantage of the fact that spell power is a bit overpowered at the moment. And so I'll make my wizard the one who is, if anyone's going to push New Game Plus, him. Because everyone's going to benefit from that. Look at that. XP, I guess. We still have a trinket on the east side of the stage that we didn't get, so that's gonna eat up a little bit of time as we go with that. I will once again take this. I know I'm nerfing my damage, but when I get to the last level, I always end up taking a bunch. not going to pop any more braziers. And if there is another shadow gate take stuff from, I just might. Yeah, baby. You just look at it. No. Wood gain. Do not care about that. Okay, well. Wasting your time getting that. Do I take it? I don't want to. No, I'm not going to take it. Free spell power. So, yeah, I mean, I'm already not getting much spell power out of it. The idea is to play stupid. Yet. Too smart for my... Harbingers of Dread. Let's see how quick we can ace these guys. And move on to the last bit. Here we go. Holy smokes. Look at them. Look at that. Wow. Done. Last boss does not stand a chance. Alright, let's cook through this. The other great thing, let's go ahead and look for the cracks here on the last level. Still haven't found a royal treasury yet, so no epic loot has been, no epic trinkets have been found yet. It's not good. We need one, at least one. Not seeing it, boys. Where we at? That's no good. What's going on, Elijah? I don't think there is one. There's gotta be one, right? Okay. I don't see one. All right. Well then, what do we got? We got a bonfire up there. We got abilities over there, and loot up there. Okay. I can't help myself. I gotta get into the middle of this room. I gotta do it. I gotta. Lightning wizards. They got nothing on me. Oh. As he gets roasted by lightning. That's so nice. Yes. Big missile spam is gross. Weapon speed. I mean, I guess I'll take the arcane intellect. I mean, I'm not technically at max level, so it has a value. Still. Not a ton, but it's got some. The only thing that you really got to be mindful of on this guy, and one of the things that the... is that a crack? No, it's not. It was just a little bit of fog of war. Okay. Your arcane missiles, when they hit walls, they go kaputski. As opposed to the Beastmaster Ranger, who plays like a caster, And you can be standing right up against a wall when you summon your wolves, and they won't get consumed, right? They'll still seek out a target. And that's really useful. But on this guy, you got to be careful about running into walls, you know. Markham's Wand. So good. So good. That's going to be a big upgrade to the damage. Yes. I think we're at 3 of the Markham's items now. Y'all have some death. I'm not going to hit the bonfire. I'm just going to slap some Armageddon down and have these guys get wrecked. Cool. So this video is a lot longer than most of my other ones, so we've got to hurry up. Finish it out here. Just really wanted to make a good clear on this run. My wife is looking at me, realizing this is going much longer than my other ones. I'm right up here against the mic. They can hear me. Alright, here we go. What do we got? Weapon power. We don't care about that. Arcane damage. We don't care about that. Spiderweb. I mean, I don't care about... What is it? Yeah, I'll take it just because it gets an item out of the pool and woo! And it's only 3. Hey, another level. Okay, all right. Boom, 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 boom. Lightning. We will come back here. Okay, I didn't search for cracks, but this is the room. This is the place that's gonna have it. It's gonna. Come on, boys. Our royal treasury, it's in here, right? It's in this room. It's gotta be. We gotta get an epic. Although I will say, that's another area, another, not a critique, but just a hope for the future of the game. We need some more epic trinkets. Some of the epic trinkets so far leave a lot to be desired. I know I've trash-talked the Ice Walker boots before. I'll do it again. They're a ridiculous item. They need to be either dropped down to uncommon or retuned or something. They are very silly and pointless. There's my crack. Gotta get that crack. Okay, cool. We're going after it. Wait, where was it? I see it. Thought I saw it. There it is. Okay, it's right next to the potion. So down to the left. Okay, cool. Yeah, they need to do. They need to do more on that because those epic, some of these epic items straight up make certain builds possible. I mean, those dragon scales that give 200 hit points and then give you the ability to stand still and get 25 HP, or the HP regen, that's absolutely bonkers. It makes certain ways of playing the game possible that you otherwise could never do. It makes the marksman ranger slap when he can stand still and get his health back because he doesn't have lots of other ways to do it. You know, I guess he can get it from his mark and stuff, but on a boss, when you're not killing stuff, you have potions and HP regen, and that's about it. So having the ability to go and post up somewhere and let's get this. We're gonna go. I mean, arcane weapons is there some sort of tag on my abilities that lets me know that it's arcane? No, see, that's a spell tag. Weapon, physical, melee. So arcane. So my glyph of lightning, it would make my glyph cooler, but I never use glyphs. So more XP gain, I guess. All right. But yeah, I mean, so you look at the other epic items. I've only ran into like what, maybe 5 different types so far. So maybe there's more than what I know about, and I just have not been lucky. I've been able to find them. But of the ones I've ran into, that epic dragon scale is far and away cooler than everything else. I guess I don't really have a reason to go over here, and I do have a reason to get back over there because I didn't get back. An imp. Where is he? Down here. Ooh, yes. Come on, buddy. Give me something goody. Okay. 93 wood. Like, that sucks. That was a lame imp. You want to see a good one at this stage of the game. And only XP. Boys, I'm not having a good time. Not having a good time at all. Not finding the good stuff. I mean, I know that on the absolute final level, we get 1 or 2 secret rooms. Maybe. I've never seen a royal treasury on the final level. This was my last floor that I think I could have gotten one. So, basically, the dream is dead. And what we have here is what we're going to use. I still think we're going to cook the boss faster than he can do anything. 20% more damage against bosses. His life just got even harder. Okay. We don't like being silenced. Like, not at all. That's a big problem for this class. Okay, here we go. We're gonna take out the serpents. That's the final hallway. See how well we do against these guys. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. And what were people talking about? I was reading in forums and stuff that Evocation was weak. What are they even talking about? This is incredible. Done. That's why I waited so long to play Evocation, is because everything I read said it was like low tier. Don't listen to tier lists, guys, on like the first month of a game. Don't listen to tier lists. In general, people don't know what they're talking about. They don't know what's going on. They just want they want to make content that, you know, people will consume, and they'll do it without any information whatsoever. Okay, all right. Come on. Guys have got to give it to me. Give it to me. Where is it? I need it. Oh, there's one. There's one. Cool. Okay. It's almost all the way at the end, but anything else? I think that's it. It's right there. Okay. All right, we can work with that. The other great thing about this build is arcane damage is not our magic missiles. They're not going to be like resisted by one of these types. On the sorcerer, I mean, I love the sorcerer. Slaps super hard. But as soon as you get to this level, whatever build you spec'd into, whatever element you spec'd into, you are going to have a problem with that specific type of wisp. And that's an issue. You can't get to the end of the game and all of a sudden, you know, one type of mob just will not die. You just hit them over and over and over and over again. It's the last time when I was playing my electric build, and then the purple guys, they just they don't care. They don't care about anything you say. Also, ooh, did we just find? Yeah, we just found a secret room without even realizing it. So I must have missed that crack. More cast speed. Sweet. I'm glad we at least got the 2-piece set bonus. Doesn't look like we're going to get the 3, but that's okay. I don't know if you guys have found otherwise, but so far my attempts to make a Frost Sorcerer build have been really bad. They don't seem nearly as good as, Fire, which is like the shotgun fire build, or the Lightning Sorcerer, which seems to hit like a 2-ton dump truck. I really was sad about that because the old school Sorcerer from the first Heroes of Hammerwatch was all about bouncing and spell critting the icicles everywhere. And so not having the ability to really do that reliably this time around is kind of obnoxious. I mean, I'm going to try again in case maybe it was an issue of not having enough stats or something, earlier on. I'll give it another whirl, but so far I've not been impressed with it compared to these other caster builds. Obviously, Crackshell is going to do a bit of interclass balancing just as the game goes on, and they get more data from players who are stress testing the builds and the system and stuff. So I'm not too worried about certain classes or subspecialties being not as good. That's fine. Just hope that at some point they get some love. And that's the other reason why making either more epic trinkets, or the idea that I was tossing around earlier about making epic items that can actually make certain builds come online. You can end up fixing a class by adding an amazing epic item that class really enjoys, either an epic weapon in the case that I was talking about, or a new epic trinket. Problem with it, making a class centered around trinket, that they may never get it. They can run over and over and over again, and they're not going to get it. What do we got here? Just max out the XP gain. I'm not going to get that brazier because I'm enjoying the spell power that the Shadow Curse is giving me. You'll notice also I'm not getting hit with all of the little shadow bombs that go off in this hallway, which hit you and stack up Shadow Curse. That is because those technically count as a trap, and having safe corridors on makes those go away. Those can be a real serious problem. I had those be a game ender for one of my progression paladin runs. I was absolutely unstoppable, but I wasn't incredibly mobile. I was just moving around like a dump truck, and then I got to this floor and I ate every single stack of those Shadow Curses and got myself up to like 60 or 70 Shadow Curse, along with the adjustment to New Game Plus, the drop in armor. It was too much. Now, wasn't there a secret right around here? Didn't we? Yeah, right down there. Love that map. That map trick is so good. Did it give us? Okay, well, I don't care so much. It's okay. All right, it's boss time. Let's see if we can do this. All right, that's easy enough. Let's see it. Here it is. The Avatar. Can we do it? Oh, don't want to get hit by that. Okay, we're already in phase 2. That's great. Great to know. They need to make combo better. They need more things that play into combo, like combo giving you a buttload of health and mana regen, or giving you massive like spell cooldown, something like that. You need to be able to spec into different ways to use your combo, different choices. All right. I think we're going to get him. I think we're going to get him. We don't care. We don't care. Yeah, look at that. That's it. I am now at the farthest progression of any of my guys. So, you guys want to rain fire down? You want to destroy things? Bring on Armageddon. Do not listen to tier lists. Evocation is not trash. It is incredible. Play it and blow stuff up. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you next time.